I'm going to show you 21 Minecraft iron farm designs that will produce iron and poppies automatically. These designs come in different shapes, sizes and styles to suit your needs. Then I'm going to give you all 21 iron farm schematics for free, plus the world download so you can choose your favourite. Don't you go anywhere. Hello everyone and welcome to the Minecraft Farms episode from me, Avomance. You want loads of iron, but you don't want to go mining for it. That takes ages and you can't decide what design iron farm you're going to go for. Well, let me help you out. One of these 21 Minecraft iron farm designs is bound to be perfect for you, whether you want a few hundred iron ingots or thousands. Or maybe you just want it to look fancy. The schematics for all 21 farms are available absolutely free on my Google Drive, and I'll show you how to use those and get those in just a moment. And I'm really sorry, but these are Java iron farms. Bedrock works in such a different way that these just won't convert, so sorry Bedrockers. Now this video is a showcase, although I am going to show you how to get these schematics into your own world and also how to download this world so you can come and have a look around and find out which one you like the best. Plus I'm even going to give you the opportunity to cheat a little bit in your survival world by getting these villagers and the zombies into your farms dead easy. More on that in just a minute. So I'm just going to show you a few of the farms before I pause to show you how to get them. And the first farm is a trader iron farm, which is very similar to one I did a little while ago. The link is in the description below. If you would like a tutorial for any of these farms, do let me know in the comments. You come up here, you have got your free villagers all turned up. And if you want to trade with any of them, all you need to do is just give them a click and they'll let you get hold of them. The zombie in the back there is what scares them enough for the iron golem to spawn right up in this chamber, which is collected around the back in this load of chests right here. This one's got quite a nice stone and deep slate design, although obviously you could change that up into pretty much any block you'd want. Next up is a very basic wood made iron farm. This one is very similar to the trader, except it's far more simple. No trading available on this one. You have got a wooden box that encases those villagers with the zombie, and again that iron golem spawns right up in the top. We've got this area made out of stone just to give a little bit of contrast to the rest of the build. The third of our 21 farms I have called the Stilts Iron Farms. Similar mechanism, but we've made this so as it looks far more in place in some kind of rustic build with these 4 oak legs, a little bit of ornation around the outside, and I have blocked off all of those chests at the back in that nice encasement of trapdoors. Farm 4 is the stone version of the basic wooden one. I've variegated this up so we've got a bit of texture around that box, but it works in exactly the same way. The iron golem spawns in this top chamber, just like the one on the next farm, and those villagers are the ones that cause it to spawn as a result of it being scared of that zombie. And farm 5 is the last one of this type of farm. We've got here a nether version. It is made out of blackstone and various nether woods. I think it looks really good. If you want to have an iron farm in the nether, this one would look perfect. Although to be honest, I reckon it would look perfect in the overworld as well. Before I share how to get all of these iron farm schematics plus this world download, can I just ask a favour? Less than 14% of people watching right now are actually subscribed, so if you fancy it and you're enjoying the video, please do just tap that little red button and the notifications bell. It really helps out the channel and it means you won't miss any more content. And while you're at it, give that like button a tap as well and leave me a comment. Thanks ever so much. Now, as I've already said, I'm offering you all 21 of the schematics of these iron farms so you can plug them straight into your existing survival world. But to be able to use a schematic, you need a schematic program such as World Edit. But don't panic if you've not got World Edit. I created a video very recently that shows you how to get World Edit into your game. The link is in the description below. Feel free to go and see that at the end of this video so you know how to get that World Edit installed. And during the video, I'm going to show you how you can use it to get your schematic into your world. And I'll show you how to bring that into your world in just a minute. In the meantime, let's look at the next group of farms, which are the platform farms. Oh look, we got a golem just coming over the edge of that one. This is the basic waterfall iron farm. Now it works again in a very similar way. Villagers inside the pod, zombie making them scared, but rather than them collecting up on the back as a result of the golems forming on the top, they form on this platform right here. This one is the waterfall, which means the water flows right over into the bottom collection pod with all of that lovely iron collecting right here. Oh goodness me, there's quite a lot in there, isn't there? Farm 7 is exactly the same farm, except I've reskinned it to give it a more modern feel. Oh, more golems coming over the top. And farm A is an all glass farm, well nearly all glass, because there are a few bits that can't be glass, for example where the golem actually spawns. But this was made by request of one viewer, so there you go, you got yourself an iron farm made out of glass. Now I've changed this up ever so slightly because we have no longer got the waterfall. We've blocked that up with open gates with stairs there at the bottom just to make sure the golems float over the edge nice and quickly. And then we've got a separate collection chamber with its own water at the bottom. This one is called the wood platform iron farm. Obviously you could swap out this wood, this is warped wood, for any wood you wanted to. The pod is exactly the same. And I've made farm 10 just a little bit more structural. This is the Nether fortress farm. I've used red brick rather than normal nether brick because I thought it stood out quite a lot more and it looked quite fancy. But this is a well supported structure. It has got all kinds of legs and bricks, and its collection system is physically joined up with the bit up at the top. And I think this works really beautifully. Again, if you're going to do something in the Nether, that would be great, but it works equally well in the overworld. And this stripped wood version is what forms farm 11. Now it's got slightly softer edges than that Nether fortress farm, but it works in exactly the same way. I quite like the idea of this. That could be towards the edge of a village. It needs to be at least 16 blocks outside of any village type items, but that works really well, and you get, again, lots and lots of iron off the back of that one. Please do come in and download the world, and that way you'll be able to have a really good look around these farms and decide which one you prefer. Sometimes you don't want to build in the air, and farm 12 is exactly the solution to that. We have got a little house for these villagers banging around inside there. Unfortunately, a zombie got in. As a result, the iron golems spawn in this chamber around the back. Now with this farm, you have to make sure you spawn proof an area of 24 blocks all the way around it. Otherwise, you're going to have golems spawning outside of the farm. You want to make sure the only place they can spawn is inside the chamber. Now I'm going to show you how to bring one of these farms into your survival world once you've got that schematic downloaded and in the folder as a result of having worlded it. And I've come to these snowy plains right under these iceberg mountains because it's the perfect setting for the type of iron farm that I want to cut and paste into this world. First up, you need to make sure that you are going to put your iron farm on a high point of land. There's no point in putting it in a hole because the golems are just going to spawn around it and not in it. If there is a spawnable block 6 blocks or less below the villagers, then that golem is definitely going to find it. Once you've found your spot, come into your chat bar and do 2 slashes, and then you're going to type schematic load and then the name of the schematic that you want to bring in. Mine is Atat Iron Farm. That is going to load up that schematic. I can then decide where I'm going to do it, but I need to know which way round it is first. And the way to do that is to come away from where you want your farm to be to a place where you don't want your farm to be, and just do / paste. That will show you the orientation of that farm. So I've got the head of this particular farm in this direction. It is facing out over there. Now I don't want that. I want it facing in a different direction. So I'm going to do / undo. That's going to remove that completely. We get the odd entity dropping out of the sky. That's fine. I'm then going to do / rotate 90. I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to paste it again. Now what's going to happen now is the head is facing in that direction, which is what I want, and you can rotate it 90 degrees at a time until you get it in exactly the right place. That's perfect. I'm then going to undo that again, and I can then go and put it where I want it, which is here. So I'm going to type / paste just one more time. That puts this farm right where I want it to be, and I think that looks pretty cool. However, it's really important to note that you do not have entities coming across with this schematic, and that means the zombie and also the villagers aren't in there. You need to put them in there yourself. Now, in a minute or two, I'm going to show you how to do that into any one of these farms, and also how I've made it a little bit easy, if a little bit cheaty, for you to do that too. In the meantime, let's look at a couple of dual pod farms. Now this has a pod at either end of a long runway. The iron golems form on these platforms here, just like the previous farms, and they roll along away from those, meaning the villagers can't see them anymore and spawn another golem. Those golems get killed in that lava, and the lovely goods are collected at the bottom. This is the basic stone version. I've also made a compact version for when you haven't got quite enough width, and as a result this one works ever so slightly less efficiently because the iron golems don't go quite so far away, so it's a little bit less iron, but actually you still get plenty. I have textured this one up a little bit differently, and I've given these 4 legs as opposed to that single stilt that the other ones have got. The iron golems form in exactly the same way on these platforms and go into the lava so you can collect their iron. And you can design these with pretty much any block or theme you would like. This one is a jungle theme. I've got vines, I've got bushes, I've got all sorts going on. It is again a compact version of the farm, but the golems spawn on top of these jungle wood platforms, and you could hide this in a jungle base really easily and give you loads and loads of iron. I thought I'd have a little bit of fun with Farm 17. This is a Star Wars AT-AT out of The Empire Strikes Back and some of the other films as well. It works in a very similar way. The villagers are inside there with that zombie, and the pod is here where the golems spawn. However, I've turned that into an AT-AT body with some legs, really hard to do that, and the collection system is underneath rather than at the end, because that means that we get this chain of hoppers going through, and it just gives it a little bit more of a sturdy look. You can also come up into the back here, hit a button and come inside this little storage room, or you could just pop it in and enjoy it for the daft building that it is. Our last few farms bring us a lot more iron. This is a basic quad farm. You can see we've kind of got an H shape here in the middle, and as a result these iron golems flow away from those 4 pods into this section and collect right down at the bottom. They burn away there. We get loads and loads of golems coming in all at the same time, because once they're here they don't get detected by those villagers, so they can spawn some more. And Farm 19 is a wooden version, which I really like. I've got to say, it looks a bit wild westy, although it could be rustic as well. Lots of golems spawning in here, flowing down to the middle, and as a result you collect up lots and lots of lovely iron. I called Farm 20 the ancient quad iron farm because there's 4, so it's a quad, but I thought it looked a little bit Aztec-y or Mayan or something like that. I just thought it looked a little bit more ancient. I've also changed up the way we're going to store stuff, because here we have got a little bit of a water column coming up. All of the iron gets bubbled up through here and collected in the chest down to the bottom, and these iron golems really do flow in. They're slightly different in that the iron golems come from above these pods as opposed to a platform in front of the pods, which brings it slightly smaller in terms of footprint. And then we have got this 6 pod basic iron farm, very similar to the 4 pod, except, well, there's 6 pods with the iron golems burning up and flowing straight into it like that. Oh, we've got a load coming in now. Now that is 21 iron farms. However, sometimes you need a little bit of help to get the zombies and the villagers inside, which is why you have got this other bonus chest, which inside it has some villager spawn eggs, some zombie spawn eggs, some powered rails, and some other little bits and pieces that are going to make things easy for you to be able to get the villagers in. Let me show you how. I've come back to this snowy tundra area because I'm going to load up that little bonus chest that I've made for you. All you need to do is schematic load iron farm bonus chest. That will bring in the bonus chest. Paste it in, doesn't matter where it is because it's only 2 blocks long, and I've got the bonus chest with all of these bits inside it, which I can now use to get the villagers and a zombie inside. Let me show you how. You are going to have to make yourself a minecart. I couldn't bring myself to give you absolutely everything, it was just too cheaty. But come on, it's just a minecart. The first thing you're going to want to do is come into your farm, and you're going to want to place 3 villagers, just with your spawn egg here, 3 villagers inside your farm. So that's 1, 2, and 3. That is perfect. I'm going to replace the block that I just mined out like that. Now they're just going to chill inside that farm. You need to wait till night time. Now this wait until nighttime step is really important. Those villagers need to have at least a few seconds sleep, so make sure it's nighttime before you do the next bit. And while you're waiting, come to this block underneath the window here and knock it out, and then the block underneath it go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make an upright section like that. You're then going to fill this up with rails 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You're going to place a lever on top of that like that, and you're going to get a temporary block, and you're going to place it on that block there. You're going to be knocking that block out in just a moment. Place the minecart right at the end of the rail right there. It is now night time. You can see all 3 of my villagers are having a nice restful sleep inside of that, and I'm about to spoil it for them. Using the zombie spawn egg, place a zombie on top of the rail and then flip that switch. That is going to fire the zombie inside there, and it's going to upset the villagers a really lot. Then mine out these blocks, but make sure you mine out the block and not the rail first, because then the block doesn't become spawnable. Grab your tag here, knock out that block at the back, and then name tag your zombie. You can throw him something, but I find name tagging it is a lot easier. Then get the block that you've mined out from here and replace it. Now you need to wait just a little while for this farm to prime, but you'll get some iron golems spawning inside that chamber. There we go, it already starts, and they will collect in the chests up at the bottom here. Now, I totally appreciate not everybody wants to use that chest in its inventory to be able to get your villagers and your zombie inside your farm. You want to do it the normal, traditional way, and that's fine. I have got a video that shows you how to do that. It's the iron farm video in the description below. But just at night time, build up a set of steps that go into that chamber. The villagers will walk up on their own because they want to sleep in the beds. Then just block them in. The zombie, a little bit trickier. You still use a minecart, but you can minecart that straight up using a bit of a powered rail, and that will take the zombie up inside that chamber, and it will do exactly the same thing as we just did. But I've got to be honest, why not save yourself just a little bit of time and use that chest that I've made for you to do it the way I just showed you? So there you have it, 21 iron golem farms that will allow you to collect as much or as little iron as you would like. They're all completely automatic, you don't have to be stood by them. As long as the chunk is loaded, they will continue to produce iron for you forever. If you would like a tutorial on any of these farms, do let me know in the comments below and I'll see if I can't work one out for you. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying them, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.